What if I told you there was once a city more powerful than any empire we've ever known, and it disappeared overnight? A city of glittering temples, golden statues, and engineers so advanced they built systems we're only now beginning to understand. A place called Atlantis, and for thousands of years, it's remained one of the greatest mysteries of our time. But here's where things get strange. Our only detailed source about Atlantis comes from one man, Plato. Yeah, that Plato, the Greek philosopher. In two of his writings, he describes Atlantis as a powerful and wealthy kingdom that existed over 9,000 years before his own time. According to him, Atlantis lay beyond the Pillars of Hercules, which we now call the Strait of Gibraltar. It was ruled by kings descended from the god Poseidon. Its architecture, breathtaking. Massive circular harbors, lush gardens, grand palaces, all laid out in perfect geometric harmony. But then disaster struck. In a single day and night, earthquakes and floods swallowed Atlantis into the sea, never to be seen again. Now, you might be thinking, all right, sounds like a legend, and you're not alone. For centuries, scholars debated whether Plato made it all up as an allegory for political decay. Some say he created Atlantis to criticize the arrogance of Athens. Others believe it was a warning. No matter how powerful a civilization becomes, nature or the gods can bring it down. But here's where things get complicated. People really started looking for it. In the late 1800s and early 1900s, Atlantis fever took over. Explorers, writers, and even scientists started searching for the lost city. Some claimed it was in the Atlantic Ocean, buried under the sea. Others pointed to the Caribbean, Antarctica, even the Sahara Desert. One of the most compelling theories, the Minoan civilization. The Minoans lived on the island of Crete around 1600 BC and were incredibly advanced, beautiful palaces, complex plumbing, written language, and powerful naval strength. Then, seemingly out of nowhere, their empire collapsed. And nearby, on the island of Thera, modern-day Santorini, one of the biggest volcanic eruptions in history took place. The explosion caused tsunamis and triggered massive devastation across the Aegean. So, was this Atlantis? The timeline doesn't exactly line up with Plato's story, but the parallels are spooky. An advanced island civilization destroyed by cataclysmic natural forces. The Minoans might not have been the Atlantis, but maybe they were the inspiration. Of course, over the years, the idea of Atlantis has taken on a life of its own. It's no longer just about a sunken city. Atlantis has become a symbol, a myth that blends truth, imagination, and mystery in a way that keeps people coming back. Every time new ruins are discovered under the sea, Atlantis is mentioned. Every strange satellite image showing submerged shapes, Atlantis theories pop up instantly. And let us be honest, there's something thrilling about the idea that humanity's greatest secret might still be out there, just waiting to be found. But maybe the real question in where Atlantis is ... but why we still care. Because Atlantis touches something deep inside us. The fear of losing knowledge, the wonder of forgotten civilizations. The idea that somewhere in the past, people might have achieved things we can't even replicate today. Or maybe we just don't like thinking that everything has already been discovered. In the end, the mysterious case of Atlantis is less about a location on a map, and more about the stories we tell ourselves. About what was lost, about what could have been, and maybe just maybe about what still lies beneath the surface. So, was Atlantis real? No one knows for sure. But maybe that's the point.